It's still Friday, October 15th. If you saw the video that I posted before, there was a moment where I kind of looked down and I was just kind of like, so someone from my past, in essence, they're in my past now, not someone that's in front of me, reached out and told me the truth. I'm laughing because it's exactly what my dream showed me. It's exactly what my dream, like the intuitive, like what I suspected. And he confirmed it. He told me the truth. I think I'm still like in shock. That he told me the truth. Like I confronted him about it, and I brought it to his attention, right? What I picked up about the silence. And he admitted what it was. And it was what I thought it was. Wow. It's mind-boggling. So, like, what does that mean? It's not a prediction of the future more so than it's that there's truth in what I'm seeing, right? That there's, because the dream that I had wasn't, I guess you could, no, the dream wasn't about the future. The dream was uncovering the truth. That's what it was. My dream uncovered the truth for me. That one in particular, that dream in particular, just uncovered the truth. And the fact that this person validated that. I didn't tell him that it was a dream. I don't know if he watches my videos, but he validated the truth. What I already knew. And I guess, the way I ended it was very much like, I wish you the best. Peace, yeah. I wish you the best. Good luck. Take care. Like, I could have been done with that could have ended exactly how I needed to, right? But his response was more, what did he say? He said, because his voice recording. We'll talk later, is what he said. So I'm assuming we're just friends. Okay. Is my purpose has been identified, right? My role has been identified. This is the role that I will have in his life. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm glad I know the truth. That's okay. Yeah. I appreciate that he owned up to it. And I appreciate that he shared it with me, where he was at. There was no apology for trying to hide something. But I didn't present it in a way, like when I left him a message, I didn't presented in a way where it's just like, you know, shame on you. No. Yeah. It's more just like my processing. I just described my process. Not the whole process, because I didn't include the dream part, but I described the process of sitting with it, right? Sitting with the silence. My dream is part of my silent state, if you will. But he said something interesting. He's like, isn't most of the communication communicated in silence? And to a certain degree, he's right. But no, wait. It's not. I mean, body language. Body language is what he's referring to, I assume. I mean, most of what you communicate is on the how, not the what. But even more so, right? The how is your body and the energy that it puts off with just your body. I mean, you can tell when someone's rigid, when someone's tense, by looking at their body and really just sensing the energy from that person. They don't have to say anything, you can just see it, right? But how many people actually pay attention to it? He just got caught in it. Because I listened. I sat with it. I made the time to listen to it. To listen to the silence. I made the time. And it's funny. I mean, in therapy, that's what we do. We watch and we listen to what's not being said. And then how it's said in other ways, right? How you can circle around the topic of conversation. And you're still making, like if you know how to listen to what people say and how they talk around something, and then when you bring light to it, then you have to kind of address it, right? I just did that right now with one of my clients. Just to clarify, right? Just to say, hey, wait a minute, you know, I noticed you're talking about this way, but then in this other way, you're talking around it. Is it possible that there's something there to also look at? Communication. Not fascinating. Anyways, I mean, he didn't have to reach out and own where he was at. And he didn't really say you were right. The new book. Where is it? Is this one? No, it's this one. So I have like, you know, I bought a lot of different books on, because I want to see how everything is. I mean, and I'm glad I did, because it speaks to how the interpretation of the information is. It's really interesting how they each describe the situation in a different way. So one of these, this one in particular, it highlights it. I was looking at the sun sign, and so mine is sun in Gemini, right? And so I'm looking at this, and because part of it is for me to apply it for myself, right? For me to apply it for myself. So Sun in Gemini here says, you feel you have the right, no, is it this one? Where was it? No, it's not this one. It's this one then. Where it was just saying, it was funny because it was, just started laughing. Oh, right, yeah, this is one. Is this one where it says affirmations. I don't have, nor do I need, all the answers to get to where I'm going. No, but there was one where it says, oh no, you know where that one was at? Virgo. I read Virgos. But that's funny, because I remember, yeah, it was Virgos. I wasn't in this one, though. I was in this one. I don't know why I was reading that one. Well, I mean, I'm reading all of them to become more familiar with the different signs, but I start off with mine. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, I think it was one. Yeah, it was like the wrong page. You feel you have the right to be right. You feel you have the right to discriminate, to analyze, and criticize yourself and others. You feel you have the right to be acknowledged for your righteousness. So I think I was reading that, and I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what I used to do. But mine says you have the right to experience the superficial variety in life. You have the right to change your mind frequently, and you have the right to dance over the surface of existence. Because my sun is in Gemini. But it's funny, the way this one explains your sun sign. It's so fascinating. But anyways, that's what just happened, and I need to speak to it. And the only reason why I'm talking about it now is because some of my sessions got canceled. So I'm gonna use this time to just be okay. Be present in the moment. And finish turning in my notes. And just enjoy Friday and prepare to head back home to my other home. Oh, that's what it was I wanted to highlight. This one, it connected to it said something. I love the way this one said it. Sun in Gemini. And in this mutable air sign that disperses information and disseminates its knowledge by way of intellectual exchange, the Sun in Gemini is never lacking something of note to contribute. Mutable signs are naturally diverse in their interests, and Gemini, an air sign ruled by Mercury, the messenger, is intellectually so. Inquisitive to no end, your Sun in Gemini is most likely constantly searching for interesting topics of conversation to pontificate. I need to look that one up. Pontificate on. Let me underline it. Contradictions, duality, and paradoxes are natural states of being for your Sun in Gemini. You need to see all sides of a theory, situations, or facts. Not exactly loyal to any one idea, Gemini roams around as many thoughts as it possibly can to get a better grasp of a subject. The symbol for Gemini is the twins, highlighting the sign's dual nature and need for change. Like winds blow in different directions, you can appear to be everywhere and nowhere at once. I think that's the part that really stood out for me, because that, I mean, my poem, right? One of my poems, I speak to how I feel like I'm everywhere and from nowhere at the same time. So to see it in the book, it just... And then it says, your Sun will always need to move in ways that appear to defy the laws of gravity, time, and space. Inward and outward, reflective and responsive, introverted and extroverted, Gemini contains contradictions. Just as its ruler Mercury is associated with the archetype of the magician, Gemini is a sign that appears in many different forms. If you are skilled at showing your social self, your inner twin might be revealed only to those whom you truly trust, and vice versa. Having the Sun in Gemini can mean that you become so adept to shape-shifting you can lose touch with who you are at your core, which is how I got lost in other people. And then the skill at showing your social self, your inner twin might be revealed only to those whom you truly trust, but really, I mean, through this process, right? I am modeling how to trust myself enough to allow my true self to show to you, a complete stranger. There's enough security within myself, right? That alignment within myself, within my soul, within my emotions, within my thoughts, that I can be completely authentic to you in my interactions. Knowing, right, that you may not be where I'm at, and that's okay. I just need to remember that you are not where I'm at. Whoever you are, who's ever in front of me. And that, you're exactly where you need to be. When distorted, your sun in Gemini can become inconsistent, distracted, gossipy, and glib. Yep. Air signs left unchecked will circulate rumors at a rate unparalleled by any other. I don't know if all of these are rumors. This is just my experience. Gemini needs to always balance its desire for a constant flow of information with discretion and integrity. When you feel too far from your base, you may need time to ground, center, and situate yourself in relationships with others who aren't charmed, fooled, or overly fascinated by your ability to weave a fantastic tale. When you feel too far from your base, you may need time to ground, center. That's interesting. Because I have my sister-in-law who, she's my soundboard, right? It's time to ground when I meditate, go within. And I love that this book has reflection, like questions for reflection. So far, so good. I'm enjoying this process. Anyways, I just wanted to share that revelation that my dream brought to my awareness something, and it was confirmed. And that's pretty wild. It was pretty cool, crazy cool for me in my story, right? All right. Have a good one. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me. So take care.